to sound arrogant or cocky or nothing, but I know I'm pretty confident that I know and have personally dealt with far more black women than most black women have, because of me being who I am and being in this industry for almost 30 years and representing what I represent. So the relationships that I had with black women throughout the last, like I said, 30 years, I've been married 20 something of them 30. So prior to that and during that, I know a lot of black women, and we talk about these subjects deep, you know. You said I'm just saying respect us. There you go. Even that language is suggestive that I'm disrespectful. And brothers like myself that been through the fire with the enemy and through the fire with my own black women, I'm not tolerating that. I'm not having that. I'm not allowing that suggestive, projective, negative language. So the problem is the white male, the white man, and the black woman have something in common. And that's why, like, the Bible get a little parable story of the serpent coming to Eve. What black women and white men have in common is y'all both are weaker. Y'all are weaker than the black man. And the white man don't like that. So if the white man can put his mind in our women, then they don't, like, y'all don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So they gas y'all up and say y'all equal with your man, or you're better than your independent. You don't need a man. You don't need your man. All of that. Yeah. So y'all adopt the tactics of the white man against the black man, against your own black man. You cannot be checked. You don't allow yourself to be checked or corrected or disciplined by no black man. Our sisters, unfortunately, got black male authority issues because you raised in a society subconsciously and subliminally all through slavery up until now to disrespect or not respect or not accept your black man authority. You know what I'm saying? You'll fight him all tooth and nail from the bottom to the top, but you won't fight the white man like that. You won't fight his system like that. You'll find ways to work with his system. So unfortunately, that's where our women is at. They've been spoiled. They've been deceived and spoiled by this white man and his system. They spared y'all. Like in the Bible, it talk about the wise plan that Pharaoh and his chiefs came up with because they seen the children of the slaves multiplying and waking up. So they said, come on, let's deal wisely with them slave people before they join on to an enemy of ours and come against us in a time of war. So the plan they came up with is kill the males, kill the male slaves and spare the females, spare the females. Yeah, you wasn't spared during slavery. Yeah, we was all getting towed up during slavery. But once you got out of slavery and they seen us waking up and all of that, now kill the males off. Kill the males off and spare the females. Bring them close. Give y'all grants and educations and the court system, the family court system is all leaning on y'all side so y'all can get child support or y'all can get this or y'all can get alimony or everything is against the man. Don't have no man in the home like Claudine and shit. Like, it's all to take the man out of the house. You know what I'm saying? Destroy the man. Now that y'all free, y'all not slaves. So now don't have no man in the house. You don't need a man. So y'all bit on that hook, line, and sinker. So now when you out there without a man, yeah, you gotta survive, of course, you gotta survive. But it's not your black man's fault. Your black man is salty because he see you attacking him. Like, where you at? Y'all ain't standing up or y'all ain't no good. Ain't no good. Like our life expectancy might not even be 21 years old. Like y'all don't live in a world where y'all life expectancy is 21 years old. Y'all don't deal with the stress of everybody, every race, every gender, every species is against y'all. Y'all are actually favored. Y'all are actually, lured in, and these corporate white people want y'all in their office. They want some little pretty black dark meat next to them every day, smelling good, looking good, so they can tell y'all little nasty jokes and get them some little blackberry pie. That's a sign. That's why y'all call booty. Y'all the spoils of war. Destroy us, destroy their man, and take they booty, take they women. So, but we dead, so we can't cry. You can't hear our big emotional production and shit like y'all got, like the women got. Y'all can cry the loudest from the rooftop. We can't cry shit because we dead. We in the ground. Well, we locked up. We under the jail somewhere. Ain't nobody putting no microphone, no camera in our face. So that's the real reality. So while y'all claiming that the man ain't there, and then y'all got it worse than us, that all of that's a slap in the face to us. We got to hear y'all actually say that y'all got it worse than us. To a certain degree you do, because at least you get to stay alive and struggle. You know what I'm saying? So you got it worse than us because persecution is worse than slaughter. We can't say we got it worse because we dead now. But to the person that's left surviving, living, now you feel like you got it worse and shit. Nah, you ain't got it worse than somebody that's dead. You don't got it worse than somebody that's dead. You ain't got it worse than your man that's being attacked by everything and every angle 24/7. But then got to hear his own woman say, we attacking her. When we trying to heal her disease and let her know who the real enemy is. Nah. But unfortunately, a lot of black women got a big problem when they see a happy black couple. They see a black woman with a strong black man. That's a blueprint. If you don't have that and they do, then they're qualified to tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do if this is what you want. But then you call that attacking. No, that's experience, that's wisdom, and that's a teacher. You want this, then you might need to listen. Or you're not doing something right. No, you're not doing something right. But then you bold and arrogant about jumping out there with your wrong position. So you get checked, and then you turn that into a whole argument. Now that's a whole dilemma. That's a whole issue now, is that thing that you're getting checked on. Somebody's trying to check you on. And now we're arrogant and we too rough and we too hard and we too mean and all that. No, you the one that was arrogant and hard-headed and rough. You don't have what I have, and I'm trying to tell you how to get it. But that's like people that go to the dentist or the doctor or whatever. My tooth hurt, my body hurt. Like the doctor, like, nigga, I didn't do that to you. Don't come here telling me you coming to get what I got. You need what I got. I don't like that doctor. He don't know how to talk to you. He don't know how to. Hey, maybe you should have knew how to take care of yourself better, and you wouldn't have never had to hear from me. But that's us. That's our childishness. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has something that you want or you need, or that nature says that you're supposed to have. You might want to just be quiet and listen. Yeah, okay, it's going to hurt. Yeah, it's going to hurt. But do I need to take it emotionally? It really don't hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do I need to judge it emotionally and say this person is attacking us? Attacking us? You just made me the white man. You just made me the enemy. So you're not hearing nothing now. You're not trying to hear no truth. So continue to go without, and I'm going to continue to go with. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all going to say, well, they don't care about us. They leave us out there. That's because you don't listen. You can't be checked. You won't allow yourself to be taught, especially by no black male. And then you got all kind of excuses why you shouldn't listen. And then when the man comes with all his qualifications, okay, I'm this, I'm that, I've been married, I done raised this many children, I'm successful in this, I'm successful in that. And you still like, well, he's a con man, or he too good to be true, or he did this, or this happened, and you looking with a fine-tooth comb, you looking for some dirt on him so you won't have to listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't do that to the white man. Y'all don't do that with the white man. Y'all only do that with y'all brothers. So, that being said, it's sad. Just test it out for yourself. Monique, Fantasia, whoever else. Look at the comments. Look at what black women is saying when they seeing a black couple that's happy. Megan Good or whatever. Or she better get a prenup, or, you know, whatever her, you know, last issue is like the man ain't really priceless. Like a black man ain't doing something behind closed doors that's priceless, that's worth way more than her career or her money or her fame or whatever. You wasn't born, you know, to be famous or rich or whatever. You was born to be a woman and a mother and a family. But y'all saying success is money, or success, you messing up. Like, okay, well, you think success and independence is money? Money didn't create shit in the heavens and the earth. Money didn't bring you here, and money you ain't gonna return to money and shit when you gotta breathe your last breath. So we see that. We see that as black men, that this world ain't allowing us to have none of that. They ain't letting us get money no kind of way. That like y'all able to get money. They ain't got no college grants and business grants and all that. Now everything with us is you a felon, you can't vote, you can't get no loan, you can't get no grant, you can't go out of the country, you got child support, you can't drive and shit, you can't get a passport. Nigga, y'all, excuse me, not nigga, but I'm talking to the nigga. I'm talking to the disease in us. But nobody care about our tears. Nobody care about no black man pain. Knock it off. And most of us don't know how to talk like me. So you really think we ain't going through nothing because we just don't give a fuck about trying to explain ourselves. We ain't finna waste the time talking and going back and forth arguing with no female. So that's why I kind of represent like a attorney or a lawyer for regular niggas, real niggas. Because I know how to say what we really going through and represent it and defend it. And a lot of y'all hate that. Y'all don't want me lacing y'all man. Y'all don't want y'all men being put up on this game and knowing how to take this kind of position and go to war with the dragon in they woman, with the serpent that's in they woman. It's not they woman is the serpent, but they've been possessed. Been possessed by white mentality, by this white serpent mentality. And you love it because it helps give you an advantage over men, over your black men. You ain't got no advantage over the white man. It just gives you a taste of an advantage over some man, which is your black man. And that's the wrong person to have that feeling or that whatever advantage over. Because that's cutting his nuts. That's cutting his testicles off. So you want to be the man over him, or you want to be equal with him. That's the same thing Lucifer or Iblis or whatever was accused of trying to take God's position. You can't take no man's position. And like I said earlier, I know I'm ranting about this, the last thing. If women are supposed to be equal, okay, we know you're not equal physically, but if you're equal mentally, then you would never have allowed men to oppress you. You would have been more intelligent or equally intelligent, and no males would ever have been able to oppress you, no matter how physically strong they was. That's why we're not ruled by lions and tigers and bears and elephants and all of these animals and shit that's stronger than us, that can kill us with one snap. Because our intelligence has made us be able to conquer them with intelligence. So if you're not equal in intelligence, then that's the only kind of equality that we're talking about. And for us to, women to be oppressed means that obviously you must not have been equally intelligent with men. You would have been able to outsmart men and never be oppressed. It's like we was able to outsmart all these animals and shit and never be oppressed by them. Because men is just big, dumb, strong animals, right? You're supposed to be able to outsmart us. So don't run that argument, that women is equal or whatever. You must not. Your condition proves that you're not equal. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a bad thing. It don't mean that you can't be equal. Of course, women can be way wiser than men. But generally speaking, the condition says that y'all not. The conditions we living in says y'all not. Of course, women can be. Of course, it's wiser women, but generally, and we generalize them. Y'all are oppressed. So obviously, that's not the case. But yeah, I know it burns. But I'm your brother. You say our ancestors was not smart. Obviously, we wasn't smarter than the white man, and that's what the Bible means by the knowledge of good and evil. We was smart in righteousness. We was dumb as a motherfucker in wickedness. We didn't know nothing about tricks and lies. So the Caucasian race was way smarter and wiser and more intelligent when it came to tricks and lies, and that's how we got flipped on our back. That's how we got oppressed. So now we've been able to eat from the tree by living under these devils and Satan's this long. Now we've been able to build up our immunity and see exactly what they are, and now we're growing out of the belly or the womb of the beast and able to conquer them from within. So, but you making it like it's a man versus black man against the black. We attacking y'all. No, we're attacking the disease that's in y'all. We're attacking that beast mind that's in y'all. The whole thing, yeah, we supposed to be equal, but we're not equal yet. That's the goal. That's the goal. Not equal yet. Why can't so many black women be checked? Why can't black women be checked by black men, by a black man, a black male? Why do they put so much of a fight up and resistance and rebelliousness and all that up against the black man, but they don't put that same fight up against the white man? I read a comment just now before I went on this live with my sister saying that black men it's always trashing black women online. But you're not qualifying your accusation, your use of the word trashing or bashing or attacking, and I already proved that. I asked you the sister, to be able to prove that felony type claim, trashing, attacking, bashing. Why would you use that kind of language against your own man? Like you don't even use that against the white man who enslaved you and raped you and shit, and takes taxes from you and fires you or talk to you like you don't use none of that tough ass language with them, but you do it on your black man. So why is it that so many black women cannot be checked? Will not allow themselves to be checked, corrected, or disciplined by a black man. By a black woman either, but especially not by a black man, especially in the area of personal relationship. The black woman is so used to being comfortable with black men's weaknesses, like he's a cheater or he's felon or he's not educated or some dirt or some crime. It's just like the devil. It's just like the white man, the wicked white man who loves to find dirt on the black man to use that as a justification or use it as leverage or use it as whatever, so that they won't have to respect or submit, to that black man's authority or position or truth or whatever. Yaqub Shabazz, wa alaikum salam. So I'm sure y'all have tested it out. Any black male that's halfway conscious that has ever tried to check or to correct or discipline his woman, because we talking about his woman. We could say any black woman, but we talking about personal relationships. But it applies generally also. You can't check a black woman about nothing about her personal life or even business life, because they take that personally too. Without them snapping back at you or accusing you of attacking them or trashing them or bashing them. So we talking about specifically the subject of personal black male-female relationships. So in black male-female relationships, black women act like they do no wrong. They act like everything is the black man's fault and they not responsible for nothing. They can't be held responsible or accountable for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And black men just don't have the patience or the tolerance to hear their mouth, so we usually let them say whatever, happy wife, happy life, as long as she happy or whatever. And that's where we punks at. That's a punk move. You know what I'm saying? Just letting her, I don't want to hear her mouth and all of that. Nah, you got to go to war with that. You know what I'm saying? And be firm against it. Uh-oh, my bad. What did I do? Oh, okay. And be firm against it. Damn, what was I saying? I'll come back to it. New birth, what up with you? Because the black woman said that happened yesterday. Because the black woman said that happened yesterday, and the black man is doing it today. I'm not sure what we was talking about on that one. That's self-conscious. Eli's a car. That's self-conscious situation. But yeah, let me keep talking. I know it'll come back to me. But a black man, the black male authority issue problem that black women have, where they won't allow themselves to be checked. They won't allow themselves to be corrected. They won't allow themselves to be disciplined by a black man. But they'll allow themselves to be all of that by the white man who's been raping you and destroying your man and destroying your family for 400 and something years. You won't give him none of that same resistance that you give your black man, right? And your black man is the one who you trying to make a future with. Like that's the one that you should be doing all of that submitting and pardoning and letting him have his say and let him have, the way that you do the white man, the position that you take with your white bosses and your white judges and whoever, the white males and shit that you submit to. You're supposed to be doing all that submission and cooperation to your black man, not all black men, but especially to your black man. Jason Waters, what up with it? Ali, love shouldn't be hard at this point in life for the woman. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff shouldn't be, Big Ali, but it is. If Satan is in power, then anything righteous like love and truth and respect and honesty and all that is going to be hard. This is the devil's world. So if you're not a devil, everything gonna be hard. So yeah, so it's not about what shouldn't be. It's about recognizing what is and then doing what must be done based on what is. David Allen Phillips, what up, family? The subject is about check. Have you noticed that black women in general, and I can generalize because I'm on that level where I deal with thousands and thousands of our people. You can't restrict me like to Tony say it's a case-by-case basis. No, we all breathe oxygen. We all made out of 75% water. There's some absolute natural law generalizations that we can make. So you won't be able to play that game with me and say, well, we all different. No, some things you ain't all different. You all got a clitoris. You all got a vagina. You all got ovaries. You all got breasts and the same 23 female the chromosomes. So that's what we talking about, science. We're not talking about your feelings. You can't use your feelings to try to divert, the subject of real conversation or real argument. So in this context, what you say, New Birth, the abuse, the rape from a white man was yesterday, and the black man is doing it today. That's if you're being abused and raped. If you're being abused and raped by a black man, then yeah, you got a 100% case against that individual. You know what I'm saying? But you haven't dated or married or been a girlfriend to all black men. you have to say that black man is who traumatized me. You know what I mean? So my generalizations can be proven based on the condition that black women are living in. If the majority of black women are not married, the majority of black women probably are single mothers. So that means you had sex, or you're having sex with a black man that you're not married to, and he's not taking care of you, or he's not taking care of his baby. Then I can use clear, deductive, mathematic reasoning and tell you what that condition is a result of. So that's not attacking black women. That's stating the statistical, mathematical, actual facts. You know what I'm saying? What you said, I think somebody said, you haven't dated or been married to all black women. My wife know this. And I'll be transparent. I've dated, if that's what you want to call it. I've been intimate personally, physically and mentally and spiritually with more black women than you probably even know that you have ever met in your life. So, yeah, that can sound like this, or that sound like that, but I didn't just bring dick to the table. You know what I'm saying? I always respected and honored and loved black women. So I wasn't into the womb. They the ones really wanted to do that with me, because they was in love or infatuated or whatever with my mind. And some of them like the way that I look. So, but my point is that I have far more experience with black women intimately than you do, Lola. So I actually know something more about black women in a certain situation, certain areas than you do, even though you're a black woman. And that's another problem that y'all have. Y'all don't want to accept that a man can know something more about you than you know about yourself. There are men gynecologists, it's men surgeons and doctors and all of that you go to. But as long as they're not a black man, you cool with that. But if it's a black man, you can't tell me nothing. You don't know what it's like to be a woman. You don't know. That's just the program. That's the poison program. You know what I'm saying? So it still comes down to the trauma, you know, and it's proven because of y'all's condition. Like I said, I ain't gonna disclose that, but I'm very experienced, like, and I don't have enemies. Like they don't, you know, you know, my sisters that, you know, they love me, you know, they know me, they love me, they know I'm a rider for them. They know I kill and do and work and whatever, and I die for them. So you know, I didn't qualify myself to be able to speak what I speak. I'm not saying I'm perfect or I'm the best or I'm holy or nothing like that, but I'm qualified enough to be justified to say what I'm saying. Because whatever you claim that I'm not qualified to be able to say, you won't be able to prove that. I will be able to prove that I am qualified. So that's the problem. That's where it hurts y'all at, because I don't, you know, it's just like your father or your mother or whatever, you know. I don't like that he has the power to be able to chastise me. I don't want to be chastised. What person wants to be chastised? What person wants their ass whooped? So it's that same psychology. It's that same logic. You know. Let me read. I'm gonna read some of these comments, and then we're gonna talk about each one. You said you haven't dated or been married to all black women. We kind of touched on that. Michael Raphael, this Western society has programmed some of our people and is using the black female to demasculate the black man. Some, not all. Exactly. And that's what I talked about earlier. The commonality, what black women and white men have in common, and why, like I said, in the Bible, we talk about the serpent or the devil, or we can say the white male, came at Eve. He didn't come at Adam. He didn't come at the man. He knew he couldn't get directly at the man, but he had something in common with the woman, which was they both was weaker than the black man. Now, if you want to say, obviously they're physically weaker. We know that, the Caucasian anatomy is weaker, just genetically weaker. And we know gender-wise that the woman is weaker than the man. So it's also a mental weaker reality to that. So the tactics that the white man has had to use against the black male, against the original people, is a tactic that the black woman, the white man, had to use against us. The white woman also has now adopted them same ways and actions of the white man against her own black man to be able to position herself and rule him, rule us. And that's not what you're supposed to do. That's like Sheba, the Queen of Sheba, trying to rule Solomon. He wasn't having it. So we know how that story goes for those of us who know that story. Lola, the statistical mathematical facts are there are more black men than there are black women. Not in America. No, ma'am. That's absolutely false. The black men of America, the descendants of slaves, the chosen people, that we're talking about. I'm not concerned about what's going on in Africa or whatever. We don't live in Africa, and you don't live in Africa. You don't know nothing about that or nowhere else. We're talking about the descendants of slaves, the seed of Abraham, the 400-year descendants that's here. The chosen people. And that's why we're chosen, because we've been enslaved by Satan. We've been swallowed by the beast, and we've been having to be born and raised in the belly of the beast. So the black men of America, the black man and woman of America, black women outnumber black men at least 11 or 12 to 1 now, if not more. So that's the actual facts. Leland, hey there, bro. Finally, you spoke on the subject where black women always say vicious mess to brothers, but won't say the same thing to other men. Yep, the white man. Thanks for bringing it up. King James Dennis, I must do a song with you when I come to LA. Yeah, man, God willing. Brother Cam doesn't mean any harm. I do mean harm. I mean harm to that serpent that's in us. I mean deadly harm to that. Nothing wrong with Michael Raphael. Nothing wrong with female independence, but it's also a tool to keep black female on a pedestal and not accept that she need to have a black male figure around. Exactly. This is love teaching because we need reprogramming. And Tisha, that's true. I've been supporting KAM since Peace Treaty, Peace and Love, King James. Our women have been trained to listen to the serpent. Yeah, because they get benefits from the serpent. There's benefits now, It's not just listen. The white man is giving you a benefit. He's giving you a reward. You know what I'm saying? He's giving you a bag. He's giving you luxury. He's giving you benefits, advantages. So y'all not stupid. Y'all ain't just trying to listen to the white man because y'all love him over your own man. He's giving y'all a benefit that he's not giving to your man. A.V. Jones, mass incarceration, lack of black men. Mobo, man, they don't want us to talk. Yakub, everywhere that you find an unclean woman, you find an unclean man, and not just because the man in the creator of the uncleanliness of the spirit of the woman. The woman is the first teacher of man. When she brings her teaching into alignment with the natural order, we will see a clear change in the character of the men in our community. And it's a chain of command. Like I'm not saying that everything is the woman's fault. I'm saying what is the man's fault is the man's fault, and what is the woman's fault is the woman's fault. But there is a chain of command. There is a chronological order. So if, like the sister was saying, you talking about picking up the pieces and all that, and the woman got it the hardest. No, you got it the second hardest, because we're the destruction of your man is the pieces that you have to pick up. That's the way you have to try to carry on and raise some children and shit without us. Because the first and worst problem is we got destroyed. That's why you don't got no protection. That's why you don't got no companion, no comfort, no provider in them, because an enemy destroyed your man. we didn't destroy ourselves just to spite y'all and shit. Like I hate black women and shit. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna get myself arrested and shit just because I hate y'all so much, just so y'all won't have no man. So it's just gonna be hard for y'all. Come on, man. But that's how childish and immature that y'all are once y'all get into that little feeling zone. You know. And we're not the emotional dudes, so we can't cry and match you crying argument for crying argument. Nobody gives a fuck about black men tears. Nobody gives a fuck about black men pain. What are you talking about? And now y'all done got to the adopting white people's mentality, the mark of the beast in y'all forehead where y'all don't either. Y'all feel like, yeah, good for him. Y'all need to feel what we feel. We need to feel what you feel. Nah, that's y'all siding with the white man. That's y'all siding with Satan and the serpent to get y'all little selfish personal benefits because you feel like we got them some kind of way. Slavery, so-called slavery so-called ended in 1865. You know what I'm saying? So from 1865 to 2019, I mean, we'll say that. Let's just say shit to 1900. You know what I'm saying? That only been 100 years. That only been 100 and something years, right? 100 years. Black men has not destroyed black women. Black men ain't the ones that destroyed y'all for the 400 years prior to that, and black men ain't the one destroyed y'all in these last 100 years where we've been free of slavery. But something done happened. Y'all done been deceived so much that y'all got spoiled all of a sudden. I don't know how the hell I do know, it's rhetorical. Y'all done got so spoiled within the last 100 years as though you was always balling, as though, you always had it cool, and as though your black man has done you worse in the last 50 years, 100 years, or whatever, than both of our enemies been doing us for the last 464 years. Black men ain't the one been oppressing y'all. Black men is not the one that been oppressing y'all. But y'all putting all of that blame and energy on your man as though we was the white man that been doing that to y'all for the last 400 years. So we see that. Okay, these females, they on some pure BS. We love y'all and we still deal with y'all, but that we dealing with y'all from that mentality, like on the side of side eye. Like, okay, we love y'all, and it ain't no woman like y'all, but we might not be mentally equipped or had a patience to deal with all of the mess, all of the poison and the trauma that y'all bringing to us, or that y'all accusing us of. And that might lead, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. That might lead for your man to pop you in your mouth. He probably never hit a woman before you. But you brought that hit a woman poison, self-fulfilling prophecy shit with you to him, and it became a reality. You know what I'm saying? You manifested, he hit you. He probably never hit no woman before you, but you already had. He's an abuser in your program, so you made him act it out. And I know for a fact that it goes down like that. I know for a fact females that get to hitting and scratching and beating and yanking and pulling on dude and throwing stuff at dude and calling him all out his name. You never hit no woman before, but that's the first time. Okay, that's where it starts. And if any man got to put his hand on a woman like that, then you should shake the spot. Beat her ass with a leaving. Don't beat her ass physically and shit with touching her. Beat her ass by leaving her the hell alone. Whatever. Okay, we got children or whatever. Okay, if I feel like I got to put my hands on you, I'm finna put my hands on you in the worst way by never putting my hands on you, by never putting nothing on you. I gotta be out. So. And of course, then, you're a deadbeat, or you not taking responsibility. I'm over here with these shit. So it's always going to be an argument. It's always going to be a blame game. But we used to that. But y'all need to kind of taste it. Y'all need to taste it. Y'all need to taste it. You know what I'm saying? It don't taste good when it's on y'all. Black men always had to hear that. We always had to hear that. From white men, from every man, from our women. So, I think men and women has been deceived and abused. It's hard to trust one another. Yes, that's definitely true. Um, hurt people, and a lot of us don't want to accept the necessary pain that we gotta go through. You know, we don't want to accept the fact that somebody went through. You know, your man. Black women. A lot of black women don't like to accept the fact that your man is more experienced than you. Your man is more intelligent than you. Your man is stronger than you. Your man is whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's supposed to be a comfort to you. But you done adopted white people's thinking to now it's an envy to you. Now you envy your own man. Now you want to compete with your own man's natural role that he's supposed to be wiser than you. He's supposed to be physically stronger than you. He's supposed to be all of these things. So you can feel comfortable. So you can feel comfortable and secure. But you adopted the white man mind, so now that makes you feel threatened. Now you feel insecure. Now you feel like he's going to take advantage of you. He's going to use his superior finances or his superior strength or his superior ability, anatomy, his male anatomy, where he can go deal with more than one woman and shit, and you can't. Like now you want to use all of that like it's a competition or a weakness or a threat to you now. And that's where he tricked y'all at. He tricked us too, but you know he really tricked y'all because he's in cahoots with y'all. He's trying to bring y'all in, on his team. The white man is not bringing no black man on his team unless he's a faggot, unless he's gay, unless he done broke him, unless he done broke his manhood. That's the only way a white man in power is bringing no black man on his team. So he wants y'all on his team so you can help go, you know, he can go against your man to help break the man like that, emasculate him or put him on a lower level or we equal or whatever. You know, anybody want to tap in and talk about what you think equality is supposed to be? What is a woman supposed to be equal with a man in? You know what I'm saying? And like I said on my last live, of course women can be women are wiser than men, but you know, there are women that are wiser than men, but should a man be in a marriage with a woman that's wiser than him? It's a gang of elders and, you know, and women that is wiser than me, but I'm not qualified to be their wife. And it's foolish of them. It's foolish of a wise woman to have a dumb dude, a dumb husband. That's foolish. That means you're not even wise if you're trying to choose a man that's not as wise or wiser than you. So what should a woman be equal with a man in? Other than human rights, but human rights is also based on anatomy. What your female anatomy says you can and can't do. So you don't have even them kind of rights. You don't have the same rights as man because you don't got the same anatomy as a man. So what do you think, like Dave Chappelle said, what is equality? What is equality? What is equal rights with a man? So that's the envy. That's the problem. That's the relationship to the devil, unfortunately, or the serpent that Eve or the woman or the black woman in particular has. That's what y'all have in common. That's what y'all share tactics. Y'all share mindset and tactics when it comes to we both weaker than that black man and we don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So we need to adopt and use these methods and tactics and ways to get over on him, to rule him, to get him under submission. So the Solomons are hip to that game. The Solomons is not having it. And then y'all call that bashing or trashing women. No, that's not trashing women. That's trashing devil mentality in women. Because the white man came out of us. The devil came out of us. The devil, the Caucasian, if that, the weaker germ, the grafted people, they are just a manifestation of a weakness that's in us. So that's why that they can leech on to you and host and speak your language. They know how to speak your language because they came from you. They know how to speak them weak suggestions because you produced them. They know exactly what to speak into your weaknesses, into what you desire, and into your fears, into your doubts and your suspicions, or your gas you up and flatter you. That's what they are. They're the manifestation of all those characteristics. So they know exactly what to say to you. And since they provide benefits, they are offering benefits for you to listen to them, then you listen to them. The reason why the black man don't really listen to that is because there's no benefits for us. Like the white man's world is offering us no benefits for listening to them. Our benefits is we get our nuts cut. That's not a benefit for no real black man. We got to serve them. We got to be under them, under some weaker man and shit. So we don't. That's why the snake knew they couldn't come at Adam. Adam is not trying to hear none of that. They know Adam ain't trying to hear none of that. So the snake got to go to the woman that's already under the authority of Adam and get the gassing her up and whispering in her ear. You shouldn't have to be under his authority. He wants you under him. He just wanted to keep you oppressed and all this. He don't want you to know it. All this old shit. So that's exactly what's going on with y'all. And that don't mean bashing and trashing. That just means exposing the serpent, exposing Satan, exposing the devil, exposing the beast, the devil within us. And the black men got a gang of punk devil in us. Is just expressed a different kind of way. Our devil ain't expressed the same way that the black woman's devil is expressed. Ours is expressed in cheating, lying, like, you know what I'm saying, not being men and telling the truth up front. You know what I'm saying? So we become punks to our own women. We want that sex. We want them resources. Y'all probably got a good job or a car we need to use or whatever, place to stay or something. So we can't check y'all because we don't want to jeopardize them little resources or that sex or whatever. So we let y'all's serpent grow into a big ass dragon. And at some point you're gonna have to go to war with that dragon or that, So that's what it's all about. The woman is not the enemy to the black man, and the black man is not the enemy to the black woman, but a war must take place between the black man and the black woman. War must take place. There's a dragon, there's a demon, a serpent in both of us that has to be waged war against. So that's that.
Okay. So, we talk a lot. I just got home. He just got home. We were in New York for Fashion Week, and then he had to fly out to go speak at the prisons, and I had to continue to keep working. So I went up to the Breakfast Club, and I enjoyed it. And
proud of you too.
Thanks, babe. We were just wrapping it up and talking, and I was speaking. Yeah. So when I got back home, he had kind of said something that piggybacked off what I was saying, and I thought it was so dope coming from the male perspective that I felt like the male and the female should hear. So
here's the issue. Submission is supposed to be a beautiful song and dance between two lovers. What's happened is men have abused that power. Forgive me, they've abused that gift. And we have been misled to think that it's something where it's a dominant spirit and we own every decision, we dictate everything, we rule with an iron fist. First of all, that's not love. What happens is, in my marriage, let me not speak for everybody, my marriage, I submit daily to the Most High. I stay in my scriptures. I continue to feed myself with things that help me build my character, to reshape my perspective that was messed up in the streets and dealing with different propaganda and programming and things like that, so that I can come to my wife from a pure position. So when I do that and she sees me and she witnesses over time that it's an authentic demonstration, her heart is moved and softened and compelled to submit to me. Yeah. What does that look like? That doesn't mean that I dictate every decision. I don't walk around the house saying what we're going to spend, how we're going to do it. We talk and we build. And I consider everything that's on her heart, her perspective, her position, her philosophy. I'll carefully weave that into my philosophy to figure out what's the best move for this family, keeping all of that in mind. Now, the moment I start to step outside of righteousness and I start to move from a place of emotion instead of analytics, she has every right to snatch that back, because submission is a gift. When she sees me laying at the foot of the Father, she has no reason to withhold that from me. The problem is this: men are not found in positions of leadership handling it with integrity. How you gonna lead your wife if you can't balance a checkbook? If you don't know what's going on in the stock market? You don't have a sound understanding of the finances. You can't create a budget. You don't understand what's going on in the educational system in your community that's impacting your kids. In order to lead, you gotta be so far ahead of your family that by the time they come to you with a situation or a problem, you've already dived into it, done your due diligence so that you can give leadership. You don't lead from your genitals. You lead from a gentle place of understanding. And the more she trusts, the more she can let go of things that she don't have to deal with and focus on the things that edify her. It ain't about money. We both hustlers. It's not about a dollar for dollar thing, because we're one unit. Yeah. If I fall, she falls. If she falls, I fall. Submission is solely about trust.
I think when women hear the word submission, we're like, what? Submitting. With my husband, like he said, to piggyback off what he just said, it was what he demonstrated. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't come in and say, all right, like he said, the budget is this for that, this is and the third. I watched how he did things. I watched how he budgeted. I watched him, and then I slowly became him, and I submitted in that. Now. Yeah, now I think I'm more frugal than him, and that's not even being like, gotta be frugal because we don't have it. It's just being smart. And the word, if you dig deep in the word with your partner, you'll start to see a lot of things that we're talking about. But yeah, I like that he broke that down, because I'm a very strong woman. I like what I like. I'm very strong. But when it comes to allowing him to cover and lead this home, I sit back and allow him to do that, and it makes me better. Wow, that like.
Lead by example. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you want your wife to be humble, walk in humility. If you want your wife to forgive you, be quick to forgive. If you want your wife to consider, following you down a specific path, prove to her that you got the blueprint and that she's not following you to some unknown destination. My wife don't have to follow anything that she don't see me demonstrating. Mm-hmm. So master the thing before you go out and try to teach it. It's like sometimes you see cats, as soon as they get a book and they read something, they start running, trying to teach people on it, but you haven't applied it and gone through the proving grounds of being able to master that information yourself. So leadership is a forward-thinking thing. And when you do that, women's natural instinct is going to be to trust, to be able to submit their hearts. But again, this ain't a dominant thing. Nah. And I want my wife cold as me, because if something ever happens to me, she don't like having that conversation. Say that. If something ever happens to me, she need to know how to get that bag. She need to understand where the money's at. She need to know how to ask the right questions. I ain't telling you to ask nobody nothing. You tell them what belongs to you. She can't do that if I'm controlling everything. So my wife needs to be a direct female reflection of the man that I am. Facts.
Come on now.
You come on.
I always said the wise woman once told me, the older women used to tell me, stop, boy.
What up?
The woman is the neck and the man is the head. And without the neck, the head can't move.
Two heads is just a head, but see how that works. See how that works.
So, yeah. And I'm going to end it with this. We ain't perfect, and we ain't trying to be perfect. We still growing. And we just want to share that with all those out there that's still growing and want.
And get clarity. Don't be trying to twist my wife's words up at the end of the day, because I'm proud of her for standing.
They try to do that?
Man, whatever, Tom. At the end of the day, we want to make sure there's clarity to what she said and the understanding, and be able to hear the force behind what she is saying. so it don't get tangled and twisted. It ain't for everybody. Do your thing. But for women out there who truly desire that, and men who want to step up to the call, we just want to take time out, make sure we bring clarity to our demonstration, and hope that it's fruit for you in your lives. And watch how God bless. Straight like that.
Mine.